What's up, everybody? My name is Mel, and welcome to Life Coaching by Mel. Here at Life Coaching by Mel, we speak truth regarding the nuclear family. And if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get each and every one of my videos. Hit that like button for me. Hit me in that comment section. Today is going to be an invigorating conversation that I know you want to contribute to, and be sure to share this with at least one person. Let's get into today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to cover rejection and why it hurts so bad. So be sure you stay to the end of this video. If you have been suffering from rejection, this is the video for you. This is the video that will help you not only identify what's going on, but I will also give you some effective ways to deal with your rejection on a day in, day out basis till this thing is gone forever. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how we should not respond to being rejected. Probably the worst case of someone being rejected and their response that I've ever seen in my life.
Pop balloon challenge gone wrong in Toronto.
Now, this video has gone viral, and for many, this is one of the most hilarious things they have seen this week. However, this was probably the saddest thing I've seen this week. What you have here is a woman participating in the Pop the Balloon Challenge, and she is the participant that's choosing of the men. I believe this is in Canada, as the video said there. And as you see, the woman didn't react well to whatever the gentleman had to say prior to this video. It seems to be the gentleman was knocked unconscious. He was moving slowly. As you can see in his eyes, he wasn't there. The saddest part about this is no one really stopped her prior to her attacking this man. Let's have a conversation, brief conversation, before we get into our main topic. Let's talk about this dynamic we have when women are the ones committing this violence. See, in our society, we pick and choose when we want to be caveman or we want to be old school and when we want to be modern. Back in the day, when women were damsel in distress, where women didn't have everyday income, when women weren't emboldened to think they're equal to men and just as strong as men, whether that be psychologically or some may even say physically, then yes, I understand every man stepping back, allowing a woman to do whatever she wants to do to a man physically, and a man handling his business however he chooses to. And yes, I understand if a man in public were to strike a woman, how most men would react to that. But in today's time, why would we ever have that type of temperament? Why would we ever navigate in a social environment that way? If you see a woman about to attack a man, if she's already doing that verbally, why wouldn't you step up in between that man at least and protect him one way or another? Rather you protecting him from her hitting him, or you protecting him from doing something that we know will end up with him being arrested. Speaking of arrested, I hope this woman is 100% arrested as we speak. I haven't seen a follow-up on that. If you know about that, please hit me in the comment section. We know Canada got the crazy-ass rules, so we don't know what they would have done with this, with her especially being a black woman. The point is there should be some type of legal action against this woman, maybe even against this TV show or podcast, wherever they are. That gentleman deserves restitution for what has happened to him. This is utter bullshit if nothing happens. So let's get into the topic. This woman actually is facing rejection. I don't know the full extent of the conversation, but we do know how these Pop the Balloon episodes go. That woman comes up, each man has their balloon. They're able to pop if they aren't interested. So I think we can safely assume that that's what's taking place at this moment. The gentleman must have popped his balloon and she can't face it. I think it's clear and cut here in the year of our Lord 2024 that we know that women cannot handle rejection. And let's be real about the reason for that. The reason I believe is because women do not face honesty from the time they're born. I just had my first daughter, my first child, and I can't wait for those honest conversations I can have with her. I can have real, authentic conversations with her and let her know, baby girl, you are now and will always be the most beautiful thing I've ever laid my eyes on. However, when you step outside that door, you don't know what someone may feel about you. You're the greatest gift to me. You're the apple of my eye, but you may be the pity of someone else's. You may be the scum of someone else's. Everyone in this world will not grovel at your feet. Everyone in this world will not smell your shit and say, oh, ain't that bad. Like your daddy will. Those are the realizations in reality that a lot of women don't have, and specifically black women don't have. Black women rarely hear that from their parents. And when they do hear from someone else outside of their household, it's like a malfunction takes place. Oh no, you can't be telling me something I don't want to hear. She says there's nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you. You have the problem. And because you have the problem, let me force it out of you until you tell the truth. You either acknowledge I'm beautiful, or I'm going to knock your ass out with this microphone. That's exactly what this lady's saying to him. There's something about a black woman being disrespected. They feel they have the right to force respect out of you. So like I said, this is one of the worst response to rejection that I've ever seen, where you take it out on someone else. Most of us, and I say us because it's something I've struggled with the majority of my life, most of us take that rejection and we internalize it and we make it about us. We do self-harm more than we do external harm. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about why rejection hurts so bad. What can we do about it? How can we get this out of our system? How can we get on the other side of rejection and not respond in this way, and definitely not respond to hurt ourselves? Let's have that discussion. So first off, I think it's important to have a basis of what rejection is. Let's define it. Rejection is the dismissing or refusing of a proposal or idea. As we saw with this lady here, and we're assuming that's what we saw with this lady here, the gentleman dismissed or refused her proposal or idea. Now, let's be honest. He probably was roasting her a little bit. He probably called her ugly. He probably said she was bad built and all this stuff. Probably said she had a bad weave, which all that very well may be true. But the part that hurted her the most and the part that hurts you and I the most is the dismissing of us. You're not just talking about the subject matter. You're dismissing who I am. At least that's how we take it. So why does rejection hurt so bad? I saw in an article that it said when scientists place people in functional MRI machines and ask them to recall a recent rejection, they discovered something amazing. The same areas of our brain that become activated when we experience rejection is the same part of our brain that reacts to feeling physical pain. That's why even when we receive the smallest of rejections, it hurt more than we think it should. Because although it's emotional, it is literally a pain. Now, the greatest damage that rejection causes is actually internal. Like I mentioned earlier, what we do to ourselves matters so much more than what happens externally. As soon as someone rejects us, as soon as we don't get a job, as soon as we get looked over, we internalize that. We take it in as if it's something wrong with us. We immediately become self-critical. We take all of that as an indictment against who I am. So in essence, what we're doing, we're taking the rejection pain and we're making it even worse. We're making that damage worse and worse with every self-indictment. And if you haven't heard this before, I want to let you know today, that is self-destruction. It's not a judgment. Every last one of us have done this before. But if you're stuck in that right now, it's time for you to move forward. And this is how you can do that. The first thing I would recommend is have zero tolerance for self-criticism. Zero tolerance for self-criticism. Now, this is tough because it's very tempting at this point. If you're feeling that rejection, it's very tempting to be self-critical and to start listing all the things that you did wrong, all the issues that you have. No one wants me. No one chooses me. How do I always end up in this situation? It's my fault. I'm the common denominator. What I recommend in those moments, yes, you may have truth in what you're saying. There may be a reality that you're facing in that moment. However, when you mention those things negative about you or the things that may be a reality, match it with the reality that you want to see. On the other side of that, even take a piece of paper, list on one side of what you are, what you have been. And on the other side, list of what you want to be and what you want to see within yourself. Just doing small things such as that will take your countenance, take your confidence, take your criticism, moving that forward into something positive. And positivity is the only way to get productivity. We all know the people who say, I just like to keep it real. I just like to be truthful. Those normally are the people who have nothing good to say. They always got something negative to say. They always have to keep it real negative. The most common mistake we make when we face rejection is taking it too personal. We take it as if it's us. that's the problem. When in actuality, it's all about fit. It's all about that given person and yourself not being the correct fit for each other, or the job is not a good fit for you. And ultimately, if you're a person of faith, it's the Lord protecting you or allowing you to have other opportunities, or opportunity that's way better than the one that you're looking at there. If we were to get the thing that we really want or get the thing that we're chasing, it probably won't be as fulfilling as what's to come for you. I can tell you that from experience. The people that have rejected me, whenever I land on what I'm supposed to have, it's way more fulfilling. So once I look back at the rejection and realize that this was all a setup for this particular moment in my life, I now can look at it and say, thank you. Thank you for that rejection. If it wasn't for that rejection, there's no way that I would fully embrace and love and accept what I now have. The next thing to do is revive your self-worth. Now that you have gone down the list of the litany of things that you have done wrong, the litany of things that are wrong about you, now it's time to counter that with something that's great about you. Remind yourself of what you have to offer. The best way to boost our feelings of self-worth after facing a rejection is to give ourselves a lot of positive affirmations. I'm not telling you to lie to yourself. I'm telling you to look within to see what things you are capable of, to see what's great about you. Yes, that person that rejected you, yes, that situation that rejected you indicated that you were not a fit for them. But that doesn't make you overall not a fit. It doesn't make you someone that's not deserving of full acceptance from within and also from others. When it's a dating situation that you face rejection in, there's so many women out there. There's so many men out there. There's so much opportunity that you have in front of you to establish something great. I understand how beautiful that person may have been. I understand how perfect it may feel that you are together, but the feeling is not mutual. Facing that reality, healing from that reality, and now looking in the mirror and saying, I'm still great enough to find somebody else. Regardless of what society want to tell you, there is someone for everyone. So dust yourself off, try again, get back out there, get on this dating scene again, or whatever the case may be for you. But you have to go out there with a positive outlook. You can start with making a list of the qualities and the things that you value. Start making the qualities of the things that are important to you, the things that will make a good relationship prospect. You are in full control of what matters to you. You are in full control of what is valuable to you. The best way to get back out there, to dust yourself off and try again, is to reestablish who you are, to reestablish within who you are. The Bible talks about writing the vision, making it plain, making it easy to assess. Write the vision of what you want to accomplish. Write the vision of what it is you want to see before you see it, and then put the work in to accomplish it. When we are rejected, we are emotionally drained. We are emotionally dead. We must revive ourselves. We must resuscitate ourselves. Clear. We must make ourselves alive again. Wake up. And the last thing I suggest that you do is boost feelings of connection. And what does that mean? Whenever we face rejection, it is so easy to go into isolation. And although isolation has its perks, has its good moments, and has its time and place that we should do that. However, focus on that and give it its proper time, but there is a time to get out of that. This should not be your forever place. Whether we like it or not, we are social animals, because it's through that community, through our loved ones, that we feel wanted and valued. Whenever we face rejection, the number one thing that takes a hit is our value, our self-worth. And sometimes you need an outside reminder. Sometimes you need people that love you, people that believes in you. You need them to remind you of who you are. As a positive affirmation, it starts within. You begin to tell yourself who you are, but then you allow others to uplift you. Rejection destabilizes our need to belong. Every last one of us wants to belong to someone or some group. And that's what connecting with others will do for us. It will allow us to fulfill that need of belonging. This will remind us that we are appreciated. This will remind us that we are loved. Rejection is never easy. And applying these three things that I just went over will allow us to recover from it so much faster in the process. Rejection is inevitable, but having the tools to help you get on the other side of it quicker is so essential. It worked in my life. I know it can work in yours. Whenever I face any type of rejection in my life, I quickly go to this scripture as a reminder of what the Lord thinks about me. It's Psalms 139:14. I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way. What you have done is wonderful. I know this very well. For anyone facing rejection today and you are ready you're ready to get on the other side of that, and you want someone to partner with you, I would love to be your coach. Hit me on my email, mailcoaching@yahoo.com. I would love to partner with you. You can hit me in the description section as well, the comment section. I will respond to you. Don't respond like this young lady. There's more to life than hurting someone else. Hurt people when we don't directly address our hurt in the correct fashion.
Let's go.